But now, situation is judges are venturing out on public platforms, on media platforms, even in terrain which is challenging and not their own. I only expect the legislature will operate from Parliament Theatre, judges will operate from their courtrooms, and executive will do its work as envisioned by the Constitution. The problem started, I should come because an event had taken place recently. I am dealing with only contemporaneous issues. An event had taken place recently on the release of a book. And the focus of the book by a former judge of the Supreme Court was on basic structure. The day was chosen as 14th April, associated with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The judge, former judge of the Supreme Court, and illustrious author of the book, referred to 13th April. He narrated an incident that had taken place on 13th April at Jallianwala Bagh before independence, where our people were killed, massacred, injured, and by our own people, led by General Dyer. And then he came to the doctrine of basic structure, that this cannot happen now because of this doctrine. Examine for a moment this doctrine Keshwanand Bharti gave to us. 13 judges of the Supreme Court assembled. The division was vertical 7:6. It can't be more than that. The judgment was on 24th April 1973. And this, according to the author, is our savior. But after we had this basic structure doctrine, a prime minister, to save her seat, imposed emergency on 25th June 1975. The judge has forgotten. The audience had forgotten. It was supposed to be engaging discourse, inquisitorial. No one asked a question कि ये जो अवतार था, ये जो अमृत था, जो ऐसी घटनाओं पर अंकुश लगा देगा और जिसकी इतनी महामंडन किया जा रहा था, जलियांवाला बाग के रेफरेंस में वो भूल गए ताजा इतिहास को। 24 अप्रैल 73, और आप देखिए 2 साल पूरे होते ही emergency was claimed on 25th June. Lakhs of people were put behind the bars. And it was up to 21st March 1977. Lakhs of people. With this basic structure, Supreme Court ruled, you have no fundamental rights during emergency. This is so much for your tribute to basic structure. The impregnability of basic structure was so demolished to pieces by the highest court of the land, reversing judgments of 9 high courts that in one voice held fundamental rights cannot be on holiday during emergency. There has to be access to judiciary. highest court of land, a former judge, being author of the book, eulogizing the doctrine, the complete bulwark against assault on citizen rights, was so oblivious of what happened during his lifetime. Just imagine. We are being sold these narratives at a critical time because we don't ask questions. I wish somebody in the audience should have asked the question, what happened to your basic structured doctrine in 1975? Then there should have been the next question. 1st June 1984. What happened in Delhi? Our freedom-loving people, they were singled out in thousands. What happened at the Golden Temple? What I'm saying is, don't take these narratives at face value. These narratives are dangerous narratives. These narratives must be exposed by discerning minds like young people. You must learn to question, because we have iconized people through mechanism which is not rational. We have given celebrated status to people without examining. We think what they say is right. No one asked the author, while he was judge of the Supreme Court, why the collegium system did not work. We must learn to ask questions. Because in democracy, this is our most basic right. If you don't ask questions to me, you will not be doing your duty. And therefore, 175, the number will go to 500. Will be that squad which will be asking questions also. We don't have to be overcritical. We don't have to be confrontationist. But we have to believe in the nation under all situations.